Cardano's having another big hard fork this month that will bring on true decentralization to themselves. So Cardano's been a work in progress for many, 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 many years. Seems like they may be finishing up soon with this last one. This is their last, I think their last upgrade, which will bring fully decentralized governance to their mainnet. I don't know the exact date, but that is something that's coming up. And in terms of Cardano, you know, their TVL is quite low, but hey, Tap Tools argues if you look at all the staked ADA, if you add that into the TVL calculation, Cardano would be at number 2 right behind Ethereum. Well, too bad that doesn't count, but still, it does show you how many people believe in Cardano and stake their ADA into one of the pools. It's absolutely huge. And you know what? With the volatility, we did have a lot of people sell off ADA, just like people sold off of Bitcoin and Solana and XRP and so forth. But again, people that sell off and buy back in at a higher price will regret that, and they will not enjoy it because they will end up having less Cardano or just not having any when it starts going back up. Remember, Cardano is American company, American crypto company in the US, and has extremely hardcore community, fan base. People love Charles Hoskinson. Charles is also working with SpaceX, working with Doge, and with the favorable landscape and regulations coming, especially in the US, Cardano is one of the big 4. And they are also ISO compliant too. So a lot of great things happening. Look at this headline. In 2024, 154 new millionaires were created every day with Bitcoin. Every day, not every year, not every month, every day. So again, how did this happen, right? Some of the naysayers will say, well, Bitcoin will never go up. Bitcoin is done. It's found its top. Well, if that's the case, then how do you have so many new millionaires being printed every day? It's because even though there are volatile times, they're gifts. Dips are gifts. How you make money is you buy low and you sell high. That's what these Bitcoin millionaires did. They DCA'd along the way. They didn't just put in $1 million in Bitcoin right away. They DCA'd over time. They took advantage of the dips. And when Bitcoin came back up or made a new high, that's how their wealth increased exponentially. And that's how they became millionaires. That's why you don't want to panic sell. You want to chill, hodl, and if you can't DCA, well, at least don't panic sell, right? And I just showed you guys, this is a level we have seen multiple times, right? Since December, we have touched upon this like 92, 91,000 mark a couple times, and Bitcoin tended to bounce right afterwards. Oversold levels, including the one we're seeing right now, right? So do not fear, do not panic. And a lot of alts, I know a lot of people are saying, well, the alts are doing a lot worse. Yes, but if you're looking at the alts, are they worse off than, say, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago? No, they're not. A lot of the ones I've been covering, they're still holding actually phenomenally well. They are still 10, 15, 20% higher than even 2 weeks ago. So yes, of course, when Bitcoin goes down, alts go down a little bit more. But to be quite frank, a lot of these alts are holding extremely, extremely well. Especially, not even just for this cycle. If you look at how alts have performed in previous cycles, they were a lot weaker. When Bitcoin dipped, they dipped hard, way harder than now. So actually, it goes to show you the maturity and the holders. how many people are actually holding these alts and taking an opportunity to DCA when they're down, right? Here's another thing. I'll show you as this last chart for Bitcoin. Again, some of you guys are new. You may not get it yet. You will if you're in the market long enough. You'll see that, hey, we go through consolidation periods all the time. Look at how much red there is. We go through this big consolidation period. We just went through that last year. And then afterwards, you go through a big breakout. But then midway through the breakout, what happens? There's also a small consolidation, right? Look at the breakout from October 2023 leading into April of 2024. That's when Bitcoin went from 25,000 to 73,000. And in between, there was a little consolidation period, a little dip. Well, at the time, it wasn't little. At the time, if you look at it, that was almost like a 30-40% dip. But then we continue forward, right? It always seems to happen. We have these dips, we have these corrections, but that doesn't mean things are over. You just have to withstand them. Or just ignore. Just don't look at it. Just ignore it and don't look at it. But after this, right, we will move forward. And last night I showed a chart that also showed that the first few weeks of January, there was major corrections too. In the last two cycles, in January of the bull year, the last year after the halving year, we saw major corrections. Just like, kind of like now, though it's not major, but we are seeing the same kind of pattern going on. Outside of that, hey, we still have a lot of great stuff. Global adoption. Hong Kong is going to accelerate blockchain adoption in banking, but Hong Kong already have ETFs. China overall, you know that they are eyeing the US. As soon as they may be building their strategic reserve already, which is why they allowed miners to go back in. They secretly allowed Bitcoin mining to continue. Their courts have ruled that Bitcoin is property, and Hong Kong is becoming very pro-crypto. So they may be building their strategic reserve soon. If they haven't already, you know they're eyeing it, right? And you know Russia is doing it too. Global adoption is still ongoing and will only increase from here on out, especially this year. This year is going to be a game changer.